I don't want you to write the starting and the ending of the email, but rather just the points that we're talking about here. Every email has 3 points that need to be covered if and when you take the exam. So here what are we saying? Sie möchten Ihren Geburtstag feiern. So you would like to celebrate your birthday und Ihre Freundin Anna einladen. And would like to invite your friend Anna. So you're going to write an email to her. Schreiben Sie Anna eine E-Mail. Warum schreiben Sie? Why are you writing? Warum? Why? So why are you writing? Sagen Sie, wann, wo feiern Sie? So you have to tell when and where are you celebrating. Okay, I'm celebrating at my house, let's say, and I'm celebrating on the coming Sunday, for example. And we have fragen Sie kommen. So you have to ask her, will she come to the party or not? All right. Now, just want you to focus on these 3 points. Like you've been doing Satzbildung, even after we complete, let's say, a topic, we always build sentences. We've started with Satzbildung also. So similarly, I want you to think of this like a Satzbildung exercise, and I want you to build one sentence per point, or you can even write 2 sentences if you want to, basically describing all of these points. Why are you writing? So here you'll write, I'm writing to you to invite you to my birthday party. All right, and then when and where are you celebrating? Will you be coming or not? Please let me know. Right, so these things are really important to learn, even in general, not even for the exam really, but in general you should know how to write these points. These are very basic points. All right. So I want you to get started. Just these three, no starting, no ending. I'll be telling you how to start and end an email. All right. But just the points here. Okay. Get started. Let me know once you're done. Let me see. There are a lot of incorrections here, but I want you to try. I want you to try so that I can correct you. Yeah, but I want you to write like this, like you're writing to your friend, asking her. Okay. If you're writing, sorry, when and where are you celebrating? Okay, like in the first sentence, if you're writing ich habe, schreiben, they don't go together, no? If you write habe, whatever I just taught you, participle perfect. And either you can write geschrieben, or you can simply say schreibe. Yeah, I'm writing to you. So first say you, no? I'm writing to you. How do we say I'm writing to you in German? We say schreibe Ihnen, like this. Then put a comma and then you can say the rest of the sentence. Habe schreiben is nothing. Either you say habe geschrieben and you can't say that because you're not writing in the past. You're writing right now. Okay? Think about it. When and where are you celebrating? And also ask her if she's coming to the party or not. Okay. Okay, correct the first sentence. I've given you schreibe Ihnen. How will you write then? Remove this part and try and correct it. All right. Now, see, when you first write, this will obviously happen. It's like you're writing English just with German words. That is what is happening here. Like here, I'll come to the first sentence as well. But in the second sentence, what are you saying? Wir sind planen. What did I teach you right at the starting in the sentence structure? That in German, we don't have present continuous. So we never write by saying we are traveling, we are going, I am cooking, I am dancing. Right? We'll simply say I dance. All right. I cook. We plan. We go. All right. Nothing of the sort of where you're saying ing at the end using am, are, is. All right. So here we simply say we are planning. No sind. And anytime you wish to say, and this is a really important thing which we'll be learning later on, this is called su plus infinitive. What is su plus infinitive? Whenever we write with to and a verb together in the middle of the sentence. So in English, what happens? We usually write to in the verb in the middle, like you have written here. We are planning to celebrate in my house. What do we do in German? Whenever we are writing with to and a verb in the middle, in German we throw it at the end of the sentence. Very, very commonly done. So what will we say then? Wir planen in meinem Haus zu feiern. You'll throw it at the end. And what do we say? In meinem Haus. In is a Wechsel preposition, two-way preposition. And here you are planning to do something, planning to celebrate. So of course, there's no task in process right now. Okay, the task will be in process later on. So this is dative. So we have to write em because house is das Haus. In dative, it changes to dem Haus. You see how much technicality we have in just one sentence. So no wonder the language is very difficult. But you do get used to this. Again, the more you write, the better this will become. Right now, you're just starting. So when I tell you the corrections, you'll be like, oh, how am I supposed to remember all of this? And you're learning right now. Okay, this is step one. And slowly and steadily, we'll take more steps. And this will become like your nature in a way. It'll become a habit. Again, towards the end, has to come, there's nothing like that. Right? We can't say has to come. Will you say have you come like this? Has to come. Right? Will you be coming? You'll be coming to my party like that. Something, more structured. So how do we say will? We say werden. Remember the word werden? Wirst du. We write it like this. Werden is always conjugated as wirst. So wirst du zu meiner Geburtstagsparty kommen? All right. You can also say towards the end, let me know. Okay, how can we say let me know? There are two ways of saying it. You can either say lass es mich wissen, which is more like, let me just write it first. Lass es mich wissen. Okay, like this. So this is more like English. Okay, let me know. Or we're literally saying let it me know. Okay, you can also say give me a Bescheid. Give me a Bescheid literally translates to give me information. Okay, which makes no sense in English, but in German, this is the most natural way of speaking. Okay, we say, let me know. Give me the information. All right, so you can use these two. Why we use what? You're inviting someone to a party, no? Will you come to my party? All right, the first sentence, ich schreibe Ihnen. Now you've learned how do we say, I'm writing to you, all right, to invite you to my party. So once again, We have to invite you. As I've told you, this is called su plus infinitive, and that means we have to throw it at the end here. Okay. Do also we'll remove. Now, what do we do in su plus infinitive with trennbare verben? Like anladen is a trennbare verb. So we put su in between it. Einzuladen like this. We won't say zu einladen. Einzuladen. Again, you've learned a lot of new things just by writing one email. So schreibe Ihnen, because it's a trennbare verb. That's the rule here. No logic really, just a rule. That with normal verbs you can say su and then the verb. But if it's a trennbare verb, then you'll put su between the prefix and the verb. That's the rule here. All right. You'll be learning this concept later on as well, but right now you can at least remember this, that if it's a trennbare verb, you put su in between. If it's not, then you put su on the side. Simply. Okay. All right. Ich schreibe Ihnen mein Geburtstagsparty, meinen Geburtstag einzuladen. Okay, I'm writing to you to invite you to my birthday party. Okay, here we'll also say schreibe Ihnen. Okay, yeah, there's no need. They're perfect. Okay. Schreibe Ihnen meinen Geburtstag einzuladen. Why are we putting Ian? Because this is accusative, no? I am writing to you to do what? To invite you to the birthday. So the birthday is the direct object here and it's masculine. So we have to put en. We can't just put mind like this. Most cases we have to put some sort of an ending. All right, possessive article. So you have to use the endings. Now, how do we start and how do we end an email? In the starting, we will say, since you're just writing to your friend, you will say Liebe Anna. And what will you say towards the end? Viele Grüße, which is like, warm regards, like we say in, let me just, why is it not letting me put the umlaut? Wait. Okay. Viele Grüße. And then either you write your name or you can also write XY XYZ. This is your email writing. And this is for what? This is for informal, informal email. All right. If you were writing to, let's say, a man, maybe they would have given you the name Peter. Then what you would have done is you would have still written Liebe, but with an R at the end. Liebe Peter, like this. That's the difference here. This is something we always do. Sorry? Not able to hear you at all, Jeff, when your voice is breaking. Hmm. I can hear you now. Okay, what were you saying? Okay, is it okay now? All right. Hmm. So lieber Peter. All right, we put nar at the end. Lieber Anna. Okay, for the girl and for the boy or the man or the woman. And towards the end, feel aggressive. But when we write a formal email, what do we do then? So here we have a formal email, which we'll call formal email. This will be slightly more difficult, okay, than the previous one. What are we doing here? Sie möchten im August Dresden besuchen. And here you can also take the help of ChatGPT. You tell ChatGPT, I'm writing such and such things. What kind of words should I use? Don't ask for sentences. Never ask for sentences, only ask for words. Give me words that I can use. And then with those words, you try and construct a sentence. All right. So here we have Sie möchten im August Dresden besuchen. You would like to visit Dresden, which is a place in Germany, in August. August. Schreiben Sie an die Touristen Information. So you're going to be writing to the Touristen Information. Okay, what is the Touristen Information? It's like the tourist office. All right. So this is something very commonly done even nowadays in Germany, where you write to the tourist office. One, like when and if you move to Germany, the amount of mail you will receive is absolutely ridiculous because they do everything in writing. Every single thing, the smallest things they will send over, like in a letter, they will send the email to you in the written format to your door. All right, so it's very commonly done even nowadays. So they're very old fashioned. Okay, it'll take them a long time to get digitized or anything of that sort. They're not even close. Okay, so you will notice, and lots of times people read this. Why am I telling this? Because people read this and they're like, oh, do we really write to the tourist office nowadays? Is it like really that common? Do we even do this? In Germany we do, and they're very old fashioned that way. So over here you can write and then you can ask for the information because you will be visiting Dresden. So why are you writing? Of course, you're writing because you're visiting Dresden in August. Bitten Sie. Bitten means to request for something. So you're requesting. Requesting for what? Information über Filme, Museen und so weiter. This OSW means und so weiter, which means etc. Or Kultur. So you want information about movies, museums, cultural programs, all of these things. You can say anything you wish to over here. It's not necessary to say all three. You can say all three, you can say two, like that. Fragen Sie Hoteladressen. So you have to ask him about the hotel addresses. Okay, please send me the hotel addresses so that I can choose. Something like that, you can say. Okay. This, sorry? Museum. Museum are museums. The plural of museum. Okay. All right. So I want you to try this out. Again, no starting, no ending. I'll be teaching you the ending. Okay, later on properly. You just focus on the content. And once again, give it like more effort. Think about the grammar that we have used. Try to use it. How can you use nicht und kein here or preteritum or a trennbare verb? Like here in the end, what are you saying? Please send me the hotel addresses. I want to choose a hotel. So what is choose? I want you to search for the word choose. It is a trennbare verb. Okay, I'm not telling it to you, but you can search for it. You can ask ChatGPT. Try and use these things: possessive articles, participle perfect. So many things we have learned. Try to put it into the email now. All right, let's start it. Are you able to hear me? Okay, so I was saying you're writing to the tourist information, no? So you can't mention that you're writing to them. They already know you're writing to them, no? You can't use the word tourist information. You can say, I would like to get information. Okay, I would like to get information. You already know the word get. We did it in Nishtran Bharavavan. Okay, search for it, or I would like to receive information. Search for the word receive about, the Überfilmer Museum in Dresden. Ich möchte Informationen über Filme, Museen, Kulturprogramme in Dresden, and then say receive or get. That'll be the sentence. Yeah. With modal verb, and where do we write the infinitive verb? At the end. So put that there. We can't put it with the modal verb. Not myashta. The second verb that you're using with myashta, that'll go to the end. Again, if you're using myashta, then just stick to myashta. Will is only used when wollen is used when you're in a serious situation. This is not a serious situation. Just myashta. You're being polite also. No, I would like to get information. Okay. And then also write about the hotel addresses. Hmm? Okay, ich möchte auch. So the verb is always second. Okay, we can't put auch like this. Ich möchte auch. Again, you're using myashta, so there is no use for I would like to. Would like to is already there, so there's no need for to over here. Zu wissen. You're writing with the modal verb, so wissen will go where? At the end, right? Just told you, put the verb at the end, so it comes to the end. Okay. Ich möchte auch über, we'll say gute hotels. Whenever you write adjectives, they can have adjective endings, which you'll learn later on. So here we'll have to put an E because hotels is plural. And then not im Dresden, we always say in. Im is only for other things. For places, we always say in, just like in English. Okay, so ich möchte auch über gute Hotels in Dresden wissen. Okay. Hier, ich möchte Information again, capital I. All nouns need to be in caps. Okay, so ich möchte was? Informationen über Filme, Kulturprogramm, Museen und so weiter bekommen. I would like to get information. Okay. Like here you've used erhalten, then you can use bekommen. 2 words, to receive and to get. Okay. August, not August. You're planning a visit, Besuch. Visit is a noun, capital B. Ich plane einen Besuch in Dresden. Once again, you'll write in August. Again, Information, same, capital I. Okay, ich möchte now here, since you're using film, museum, so for Kultur program also, sometimes they will not give you the plural. They can't give you everything over here. No, you have to change it yourself. Cultural programs, you have to put an E at the end. So Kultur programmer. You can't just ask about one program, no, multiple. Okay. And for information also, you should technically be using informationen here. Whenever in Germany you ask for information about something, we always use plural. They literally say, I want informations, which we would never say in English. We would simply say, I want information, but they say informations. The informationen, they will always say. Now, how do we start and end this email? We will start and end this email by saying, sehr geehrte Damen und Herren. It's a big start. All right. If you're writing to someone and you don't know who you're writing to, man or woman, what do we say? Sehr geehrte. And then you say Damen und Herren. Damen is women and Herren is men. So you're basically writing to both. You're writing to the male gender, the female gender. In sehr geehrte is like you're greeting them. Okay, respected or dear or whatever, that sort of thing. Sehr geehrte Damen und Herren. If they have mentioned a name for you here, like you're writing to, let's say, Frau Müller, you're writing to Herr Müller, Frau Müller would be Miss Müller, and Herr Müller would be Mr. Müller. So if the name is mentioned, then you will simply mention their name. You will say sehr geehrte, let's say, Frau Schneider. Okay. And then if it's a man, once again, what will you do? You will put an extra R at the end. Sehr geehrte, like you did with Lieber. Same thing is happening here also. Is sehr geehrte, you'll say Herr Schneider. That is if the name is already mentioned in the email. Then you will do it. If it's not, then you will go for the first part. Okay. And then towards the end, what do we say? Mit freundlichen Grüßen. Which basically means with friendliest regards. Mit freundlichen Grüßen. With friendliest regards. And then XY set. Okay. These two emails, you've learned now the process of writing a formal versus an informal email. We will keep practicing more and more emails as we keep moving forward. All right. I will give you another one. That'll be your Hausaufgabe, your homework. And you have to decide. When you read the email, you have to decide, is it a formal email? Is it an informal email? And then on the basis of your decision, you can write whatever you wish to. Okay. All right, so that'll be the house of carbon. Okay. Again, he is going to pick up a